World premiere today, 2:30.
Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show as we begin our Slamdance coverage, starting with a hilarious film that I can't wait to talk about, Funny Story. It is brought to you by director Michael Gallagher, Emily Bett Rickards is one of the actresses. Jana Winternitz is an actress as well, and Matthew Glave. We all have you guys here. Welcome. How are you guys doing today?
Woo. Good.
Great.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
Pumped.
Pumped, excited, yeah.
We love mornings.
Yeah.
We're morning people.
It's happy hour, you know. Somewhere.
Most comedians are, right? Morning
Right?
people, right? Because you stay up till like 2 in the morning doing comedy, and then you want to wake up.
We don't sleep.
But, yeah. How's the Slamdance experience been for you guys so far?
It's been great.
It's pretty grand, yeah.
It's pretty snowy and beautiful. Nice to get out of the Los Angeles sun for a minute, even though I was only there for a day, but it was, you know, now we're in the snow.
Now we're in the snow.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the film, Michael. Where was the inspiration from this? I know it can always be awkward to spend some time with your parents if you're forced to. So is that coming from a coming from a story in your past, or where is the inspiration for this?
This is all based on a very true event.
Really?
I don't want to get into it. No, I think it comes from like my natural awkwardness. Like I have a lot of awkwardness just interacting with people, and especially like being thrown into new environments. So, and then mixed with my family, like they just, you know, family can be an overwhelming thing. It's also a beautiful thing, but there's a mix there that it's hard to find the balance of enjoying your family and then also not wanting to.
The dynamic can be
them.
really, yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
like delicate. It's like 1 minute I'm super happy, and then 2 minutes later it's like, I don't know if I really want to be here with you anymore. That scene is so hilarious. When I watched it last night, I was cracking up because it's just like I've been in that experience before. I've traveled.
You have? Tell us more.
Oh yeah, that's very experienced.
Experience, but something similar, I guess you could say. Emily, you play. In your other famous role in the TV show Arrow, you play Felicity Smoke, who's an IT tech, very super genius, kind of a more serious role. How was it to transition from that into this funny story kind of comedic role?
Well, I mean, it was one of the main reasons I wanted to do the role. It was a beautifully written script, and Michael and Jenna are so welcoming, and I'm so grateful for the experience. But it was an extremely different role, which was sort of the allure and how distracted and sort of damaged this girl was. Woman was sort of attacking her life with her choices, and I gotta say, even though I had a month and a half off from shooting the show. Month and a half? Must have been we took 3 weeks, so yeah. Before I went in, but actually, and that was more difficult because I came off of like sort of this like way of like, oh, I haven't worked 10-hour days in a month and a half. You know the 2-week mark? You're like, oh, this is really hard. And then the 3-week mark, you're like, I can get used to this.
I can do this.
And then this role was so, she's just so internally kind of, I don't know, like I don't know, what would you call this? Like damaged and
yeah, she's
and
working
hurting
through a lot.
and working.
Yeah.
And so being in that body for a while, kind of, I felt like a little bit more off. But then jumping back into Felicity wasn't an issue because it's been so many years. I think it's just easier. So I just found it really interesting. I remember talking to Jana like a month and a half later, emailing her something. I'm like, yeah, back at it. It was just like exclamation points and like emojis and stuff. Whereas doing this role, I was like, okay, see you soon.
That's great. So it's kind of refreshing to kind of bounce back and forth, yeah, and kind of mix things up. And Jana, this isn't your first forte into comedy at all. I've seen a little bit of your work in Mrs. Right, which I thought was hilarious. The dinner scene when you're eating all of the food is super funny. So can you tell me a little bit about your role in this film?
Yeah, so I play Nick. I play Matt's daughter. And it's basically about us reconnecting. We've had kind of a strained relationship. And Matt decides to come visit me up in Big Sur with some friends. And he kind of ruins my life on accident. Again, more than he already has.
And was it?
He's a great guy, great dad.
Was it really fun playing this role and working with Matt?
It was. Matt and Emily are the most generous actors, and it was just really fun, yeah. And the film has a lot of drama and a lot of comedy, so it's fun to kind of toggle back and forth between the two, and they're both pros at both, so it was a joy, yeah.
Matt, how was it to work with a really strong female cast?
It was great. I mean, I love working with women. I met my wife doing a play that was me and 6 women. So
awesome.
I was raised by a strong woman, so I totally enjoy it. It was great.
Did you enjoy your role as the father? Was it fun kind of playing that role? Can you kind of tell me a little bit about your character?
It's funny because I was discussing it and I think about it, like I feel like Walter is an intelligent man that does stupid things, and like as says in the movie, it's about good people that do bad things, and Walter just keeps like showing up and doing whatever's right in front of him, and pleasurable would be to go to the right or to go to the left, and then he does what his pleasure decides. And then the ramifications, what happens to the people around him, are always irrelevant until suddenly he realizes he's been doing this for years, whatever he pleases. And it's not malice, it's just doing your own pleasure. Like, this is what I do.
It's like he has the best
It's a great coasting life.
Yeah.
Not realizing that you have responsibility.
Just kind of coasting through
yeah.
with.
Yeah, and still though trying to reconnect with my daughter
And Michael, I see you giggling over here. Is there something?
That's his permanent face.
Well, it's funny because Matt is like the exact opposite of this character in real life. Like he's the nicest guy. He's so generous with like his family and just everyone he works with. He's such a leader, and so it's really funny because the character is kind of I don't know what I can say on TV, but an a-hole, and so he kind of he just does things for himself more than like others, and so it was really fun to just like say, hey Matt, you don't have to care about other people right now, just care about you.
Just kind of
and
care.
it was really hard. I think it was hard for him to like to do that initially, but then once he got into the zone, he loves himself.
Matt's the best dad in real life.
In real life.
He is
You're
literally
very nice.
so-
I can't. Yeah, you're the opposite of your role.
I
for
know.
sure.
Yeah, well, it's hard because sometimes that makes it hard to do things. It's hard to like walk forward and do stuff with neglectful behavior and things like this.
To be mindful. I want to talk. I could talk about this film all day long, but I want to get to when it's screening today. Correct?
Yes.
When and where?
2:30 at the Treasure Mountain Inn.
Excellent.
Slamdance.
And
Come.
where can people keep up with you guys' social media as well as the film? Any projects that you guys have coming up?
Emily, take us down the couch.
Take us down the line.
Well, I'm currently on a show. We shoot till April, so that's still going. And then I have a couple projects in the mix for hiatus.
And where can people follow you on social media?
Oh, Instagram mostly.
Instagram. Okay. Cool.
Twitter, I think.
Twitter.
Does it
Do
still
I have
exist?
I think we still have Twitter, right? Yeah.
And Jana?
Yeah, Instagram and Twitter. Jana Winternitz.
Perfect. Matt?
Let me see. I'm working on a couple shows. Angie Tribeca is a show
Oh, excellent.
I've been on for a while, and Better Things. And I'm about to go to work on First Man, a Damien Chazelle movie.
Excellent. Wow. Awesome.
Awesome.
And
We're working on a new thriller, actually.
We got a new thriller.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've done a few projects with YouTube Red, so we have a new thriller.
Oh, wow,
We're in
that'll be really
development with them. Yeah.
kind of, is it like episodic type stuff? Or?
We can't talk about
Can't talk about it.
details.
Okay,
It's
all right.
super under, it's deep under the YouTube, it's a private on YouTube.
Okay, well, we'll have to talk when we go to commercial.
You
We'll
can
talk
stay over
about
here.
it.
This
Yeah.
is a safe space.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show today.
thank you for
Highly, highly
having
appreciate it.
Thank
It was
you
a pleasure
very
meeting you
much.
all. Yep, and enjoy your time the rest of the time here at Sundance.
Thank you.
Thank
We'll
you.
be right back with much more Slamdance Sundance coverage right after this break. Stay tuned.